Hey girl, you're probably wondering why I labeled this a fail. Well, this was my first ever attempt at knotless braids where I had to feed in the hair and the struggle ensued, child. So this is me trying to figure out which side I want the heart on. I naturally lean my head to the left when taking pictures, so we went with the left side. By the way, this is freshly washed and blow dried hair. I did a rough part with my fingers, and then I went in with the rat tail comb to clean up and define the heart. I did tell myself before I started that if this heart took too long to do, because I knew I was going to do it first, then I was just going to scrap the whole thing and slap a wig on, because this was for the Beyonce concert for one of her stops here in Florida, and there was just no way I was going to wear my natural hair or a wig because it's hot as hell outside. But I ended up going over this 11 times, girl. My issue was my heart humps weren't matching. One was looking more rounded and the other one was looking more pointed. And I went over this numerous times. I cut so many parts of this out. But anywho, none of that mattered because in a second, old girl wanted to wake up from her nap early. And literally, no lie, anytime I put her down, whether for a nap or bedtime, thinking I'm going to get me some uninterrupted content done, she wakes up early and ruins the plan. Like, hey girl, what you doing? I was in there asleep, but let me interrupt what you doing. This took about 30, 45 minutes out of my hair time. And then my camera fell, child. Okay, so here I am back with still working on that heart. Trying to round the sides and cut it back into the front of the ear so it looks sharp when you put it into the actual braid. I was having trouble seeing like the back of my heart. So what I ended up doing was using my other phone and taking a picture. And this is what we ended up with. Not bad, okay? So this is my first row. I did like right above the ear, straight across. Here's just me parting. Y'all know how parting go when you do the braids. Put some jam on it. Go back over it with the rat tail comb. Okay, so this part right here, I don't know, girl, look, how crooked is that? Look at my face. All right, but we fixed it, so don't worry about that. And I did end up pre-parting my hair because I knew my toddler wouldn't let me complete this full look in one day. So I was like, let me go ahead and pre-part this and we could wake up in the morning and do the rest of the braiding. I only wanted 3 rows in the back, so this is me mapping out the last 2 rows. Here's some more parting because I just find it satisfying to look at partings. But anywho, this is me pre-parting the sections that I was going to braid up so that I try to get as much even hair in each section as I can. And then this is me at the end of the night with 2 braids done. I don't know if you could tell, but that one is janky at the beginning, but it was at the bottom, at the back, so I didn't care. This is me trying to show y'all the parting that I did, but I'm obviously not showing y'all nothing. I don't know what I thought I was showing y'all. Anyway, we back next morning. I'm tired, boss, but we only still got these 2 braids done, and you can see that the widths are not the same. That did bother me, so I did go ahead and add some more hair so that it was more consistent going down the braid, and I unraveled it to about that far. And here's me adding hair. Girl, I told you I'd never fed in hair before. This is literally, look at me struggle. My fingers are like, what? I'm not a braider if I didn't say that. I cannot braid to the scalp. So this was new for me, and I definitely had a learning curve. And this is real time. This clip right here is not sped up. So I definitely had to take my time to let my fingers and my brain get on the same page. This is still real time. on the same braid. You see how slow I'm going? This hairstyle took me way longer than I thought it would be. I thought it might be a couple hours. No, ma'am. And by the way, I didn't tell you what kind of hair I'm using. This is Spectra Braid, 26 inches in the color 1B. It is pre-stretched and it comes with 3 bundles in one pack. This braiding had me so stressed out. I don't know what kind of angle this is that I'm shooting in right now, but I did bring a chair in the bathroom because who about to be standing doing this? Fix the camera angle. Okay, and then to moisturize my hair in the braids, I'm using this Cream of Nature Pure Honey Twisting Cream. I like to use this when I'm braiding up my hair. This is me also concentrating very hard on making sure that my fingers are doing what they need to do in the back. So I look like I know what I'm doing. So I would braid my hair down like once or twice and then start adding the hair in. The number of pieces just depended on the section of hair that I was on. And this is me checking my work on this braid. And girl, look. All the way to the left of the box. It's all the way to the side. And I'm like, all right. This is what we're on for this hairstyle. So I had to unravel it. Take the hairs out as best as I could to not mess them up because I still wanted to use them. So I decided to go to this braid here in the front. Like, okay, let me braid this hair where I can see it, get a little practice in before I do the braids in the back where I can't see what I'm doing. And for whatever reason, leaning over to the side like this made me feel like I could braid a little more productively or something like that. I saw myself during editing. I leaned over like this a lot, and I don't know. I guess it helped me get the braid done. And this particular braid gave me no problem, so the leaning must work. Because I definitely had a bit of a rhythm here. Okay, so I moved on to the heart next just because I just kind of wanted to get that out of the way, just in case I had major issues with this one. But this braid gave me no problems either. I think because I'm leaning over like that. Like I said, the lean makes the braiding more efficient. Don't ask me how that works. But this braid and the braid on the other side that I just completed gave me no issues. Okay, so here is a better view of my parting. There's my heart there. Doesn't look too bad. There's 2 on the bottom, and then there's 5 there in the middle row. And then on the top row, there's 3. So that's all the braids for the back. This braid right here, I don't know what happened, but it got twisted up right there. Can you see that? So it's not laying flat. But I couldn't be bothered to redo it. But there were some pieces that were thinning out on the end, so they weren't consistent all the way down. That did bother me. So this is me taking my braids out again and concentrating real hard, girl. Concentrating real hard on getting that braid consistent to match the rest. Checking to see if it's flat. We good. Wait a minute. Right here is where I added in the hair, and when it like loops around the braid instead of flowing into the braid, there were actually 2 of those in there, but the one on the bottom annoyed me the most, so that's the only one that I fixed, because anyway, you shouldn't be up on my braids like that anyway. Back off me. Okay, so now we are to the top last two braids here. I don't think this braid gave. Oh, I'm about to lie and say I don't think this braid gave me any problems, but I'm lying. It's coming up. So I'm braiding this one, and then I place it over to the side to see, make sure that it's flat, and hitting. Yep. Disappointment, girl. Disappointed. Because I am tired of taking this hair out and redoing these braids. I mean, I knew I would have to because this was my first time doing feed-ins, but it was a lot for something that I thought would be a quick style. But I fixed it. We're all good now. Thumbs up, good to go. And then the rest of the braid was a breeze. Okay, last braid, putting some jam on it, laying it down. On the last braid, I did curve the part so that it laid flat like that, so you didn't see like the parting, because I didn't like the way that looked on some of the other videos that I saw. I'll put the inspiration video that I saw down below. I think it was Nia Bia TV. It's the one that I saw. So this is everything all completed. Not too bad, but definitely not. It's okay. It's good enough for government work, okay? Good enough for me to keep in for like the next 2 weeks. And then here's my side parting. There's one above the ear, and then just two braids, another two braids, and then the two braids at the top. You can't really do like nice boxes on that side because of the heart and whatnot, but whatever. All right, so this is me putting some perm rods on the ends to curl the ends, because I must curl the ends of my braids. I cannot have straight braids at the end. I just don't like the way it looks for me. Dipping them in hot water. I only had 6 rods, so I had to do this quite a few times, as you can see. Wiping them off and then letting them cool, taking the perm rods out, get the cute little curl. I don't like it when your curls be dripping at the end when you're walking around and you're done with your braids, so I blow dry them a little bit, and then it also helps the braids to loosen up at the top. And this is what they look like. I mean, for my first attempt, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's cute. They're butt length. I can swing them, which is what I wanted for the concert, because I got to swing my hair for Beyonce. And this is what they look like all to the front. There are some that are still a little thin towards the end, but girl, that's it. That's all I got. All right, girl, bye.